Hey guys, so tomorrow you'll have a quiz on entender. And remember, entender means to understand, and it's a stem changing verb. All right, so let's go over this on the board here, and I'll give you a practice sheet after this so you can get some practice with it, and then make sure you study tonight so that you'll do well on the quiz tomorrow. So let's check it out. So entender means to understand. It's a stem changing verb. And remember, with stem changing verbs, if you have multiple E's, like you have with entender, you have to figure out how many syllables it has. So entender. All right? So on the second to last syllable, on your second to last clap there, you take the E that's in that second to last syllable and you change it to an IE. So entender. So on the 10, right here on the 10, I changed that E to an IE for every conjugation except for, you probably know this by now, except for nosotros. All right, let's go over this. So the yo form of entender is entiendo. Yo entiendo. E-N-T-I-E-N-D-O. Yo entiendo. I understand. Now the familiar to form is tu entiendes. Notice how I paused there when I was doing that? I wanted to check. I looked up, I said, is this an AR verb or an ER verb? I see it's an ER verb, so therefore the ending is ES. Entiendes. So we have OS. Now let's do the L, ea, usted form. L or ella, or usted, entiende. Entiende. Alright? So it ends in E in this case because it's an ER verb, and it's the L, ella, usted conjugation. El entiende means he understands. Ella entiende means she understands. Usted entiende means you understand. It's a formal way of saying you. Then we have the nosotros, or it could be nosotras, entendemos. Entendemos. Okay? Now remember, with nosotros, you don't do the stem change, so I didn't do it. So it's E-N-T-E-N-D-M-O-S. I did not do the stem change on this E. I did not make it an I-E. Okay? You still conjugate, but you just don't make this an I-E. All right, now for the ellos, ellas, ustedes form, the they. This can be a group of males and females as ellos. This can be a group of only females, would be ellas. That's they. And then the ustedes means you. When you're talking about multiple people, it's kind of like saying you all or you guys. All right, so ellos, ellas, ustedes, entienden. Entienden. Okay? So the endings to this go O, S, E, amos, N, and the stem change only occurs on words that are not the nosotros conjugation. Okay? Now remember that L, I could say Raul instead of L. If I say Raul understands, you would just say Raul entiende. I could say Raul y Jose instead of ellos, because Raul y Jose are two people. Same thing as saying they. So it would be the they conjugation. Raul y Jose entienden. They understand. I could, in place of nosotros, I could say Raul and I. Raul and I understand. Because Raul and I is we. It's the same thing as saying we understand. Raul and I understand. So Raul y yo entendemos. So there's all the different variations of pronouns that we could use. And that's pretty much everything that you need to understand for this quiz. So go ahead and complete the blanks in the worksheet that I provided for you. Try not to use the video to fill it out. Try to fill it out from your memory. See what you remember, and then go back to the video or look at the second page if you're stuck. All right, you can look for the answers on the second page of your worksheet or look back at this video if you're stuck. All right? Let me know if you have help. Message me on Google Hangouts. Adios.